love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy.
And like you've mentioned,
Yeah.
if you didn't stick up for yourself, you're going to become victimised.
Yeah, definitely.
But if you're a big lad as well and you can stick up for yourself, you are going to get through prison a lot easier
Yeah,
than some of the smaller lads in it.
That's the way you carry yourself. I mean, you see some people, and that's all to do your communication. And we'll get on that subject in a little while about carry you through your life. If you communicate with someone, hello mate, hello, how are you? How's things up? Blah blah. If you say something, will you fucking look now? You're going to get a negative response. It's going to create a negative response. Positive. Yeah.
And the other ones that's going to get bothered all the way through in it.
Yeah. That's all to do with your attitude. Yeah.
Got to do with respect as well.
Yeah, respect. Yeah.
Present yourself properly, give people respect. And
and you'll get it back.
You'll be all right.
You will get it back. Yeah.
So how long did you spend in that time then?
That one. Right, I went from what one we got
that was when you were 21-year-old when you were in, was it Norwich?
Yeah, Norwich. I got 2 year then. Yeah, it's 2 years. They started getting bigger then, and sort of done 18 months of that one because everything's still 2/3. And I forgot what year that changed me where it went into halves. No, that's
obviously on the drink not. Now was this when the violence was happening again? Was this just with the lads in nightclubs and stuff?
Yeah, because then fast forward in a few years when I come like 21, 22, I was the biggest one out of the lot, and I'd always get picked out. I'd always get picked out for the wrong reason, or even though sometimes I'm not saying that was me all the time because it wasn't, but I'd be picked out all the time, and there'd be a fight down the city, and I'll be arrested. And they say, fucking hell, he's arrested again, he's arrested again. And as I said, that was me sometimes, that wasn't me sometimes, but I'd always be the one picked out all the time. Yeah, all the time. And I can remember, he sadly died now, but then he was a friend at the time, but he didn't become a friend then. I'm into my scooters. And at the time, I had a Vespa at the time, years and years ago this was. And I lent this boy, I was in a pub, and years and years ago, pubs only used to open, like, say, on all pubs years ago used to shut at 3 o'clock in the late 70s and 80s type thing. And on Sunday, shut up past 2. And I was in this drinking place, I sadly died now, the Dark Club in Norwich, up Rosie Road. And I was in there this particular time, and one of my mates was in there, and he was on the fruit machine, and in the social clubs there, the fruit machine's them £100 a go. And he put his money in his fruit machine as he did. And he asked to borrow some money off me, no problem. So anyway, I lent him some money. And an hour later, Gary, can I borrow some more money? I said, I'm not fighting here to give you more money, blah, blah. Can I borrow your scooter? I said, yeah, make sure you bring the scooter back and so on, so on, so because the missus go absolutely fucking mental if I'm not at home. She think I'm whoring around and stuff like that. So give me his due, he come back, 2 hours later, put my scooter back. Well, anyway, next day, with the missus and the kids in bed then type of thing, I was then getting ready up for work. All of a sudden, the fucking door smash open. Stop, blah, blah, blah. They come, like fucking loads of them come running in the house now. So they jumped on me, I was in bed type of thing. And you're under arrest for GBH, under arrest for GBH. So I go, what the fuck are you talking about? Yesterday afternoon, between the hours of blah, 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 whether it's in the afternoon, a man was assaulted. Your description's been given, rah, rah, so I'm under arrest. So they take me to the police station, and in them days, I was all handwritten in them days. So everything you said was wrote down type of thing. And so I was going, no comment. I remember that I meant to say this a while ago. In them days, when you went no comment, I remember the first time I went no comment to a police officer, he smacked me around the lug. No one go no comment in my interview. He punched me around the lug type of thing, smacked me around the lug. When they fast forward a little bit to the stories, I think, and say, yeah, they come steaming this particular morning. And I was under arrest for finger up. Is that your scooter outside? Blah, blah. That's what scooter's registered to me. Anyway, they took my scooter away. Is that your crash on my day? I took my crash on my way. Going through the interview, can you tell us where he was yesterday afternoon? Blah, blah, blah. It's going on for a little while. No comment. So they part for bailed me to attend an identity parade. And in the meantime, they'd said about this man's been severely beaten, that type of thing, outside these shops. And I didn't have a fucking clue what they're talking about because I wasn't there. I was fighting out drinking. But I didn't want. I was got no comment, and one of the other reasons I went no comment because I didn't want to say where I was, because I'd be grassing the landlord up, and the landlord then could lose his license for serving the hours what he shouldn't be serving, because pubs and clubs are shutting them days. And so they adjourned it for. They put full bail on me for to attend an identity parade. And nowadays, I've been on identity parade for years, but nowadays I believe that it's just a one-way mirror. Whatever witnesses, he can see you, but you can't see them.
Yeah.
To protect their identity, obviously. But years ago, you used to have something like a card like this, I think it was 1 to 12, or it might be 1 to 10. But you'd have a card, you'd either hold the card like this or have it by your foot.
Right, aye.
And my favourite number has always been number 4. So, like, they released me full bail for me for a week for them to analyse his blood. Some blood was apparently on the scooter, comes like that was on my bash hat, but I didn't know that at the time. So there's some blood spattered on my bash hat, my crash helmet, and I think there might have been some blood on the scooter. Anyway, they were seized. So this girl, the person who was assaulted, was getting married. I only found out this later. The girl was marrying this boy who got really severely beaten, and so I didn't have a clue what they talked about. So it's going on and on and on type thing. And so my lucky number's always been number 4. So I had number 4 down by my feet. So the shopkeeper come up and down this line and said, the man who assaulted this man, blah, 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 isn't on this identity parade. Can you say it? I say it's 100% he's not on there. And the Jew public come along. The man who assaulted that man on such and such day, he's not on his identity parade. Well, the poor chap who was assaulted, who was severely assaulted, he was still in hospital, so he couldn't attend the identity parade. So the fella's missus come up and down, come up and down, come up and down. I thought she was going to wear the floor out. She went up and down this room so many times. I thought to myself, well, I started like smacking myself. I was laughing, not because of serious of the situation. I was laughing how many times she walked up and down this identity parade. All of a sudden, she stopped and punched me straight in the mouth. You attacked my husband to be because they were getting married. Blah, 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 blah. So then they had a positive hit now. Well, then it come to light. When I got charged, when that come to light, they had positive ID from the identity parade, and they had DNA on my crash helmet. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think they got DNA off the scooter because I never got the scooter back. And so I'm now downstairs charged for GBH for intent. So I'm going in my head off, you fucking bastard, blah, blah. I'm nicked again for something I ain't done. So the baby's mothers, she come down the cells. In them days, they'd bring her to the cell, and there'd be a long bench. And she sat there, she go, are you grasping him up? I go, look, I can't grasp him up. She said, look, you're putting him before me and the kids. I go, I can't grasp him up, I can't grasp him up. And she go, well, if you get fucking remanded in custody tomorrow, there's no way I'm standing by this time. I stood by you the last few times, didn't think that's it, we're fucking finished. And I go, I ain't grasping him up. You know, good CUNT, I used to be a father, rah, rah. And I go, I don't care what you chuck at me, I'm not grasping up. I said, right. The old bill was down the other end, they couldn't hear what we were saying. And I said, right, the best thing you can do is go around and see the person who's I'm charged, so I'm going to court in the morning. The best thing you can do is go around and see this geezer and say, if I go to prison for this, he's going to get it when I fucking get out. However long, if I spend 2-3 years or whatever in prison, I'll do it. But when I get out, if he's fucked my phone up, I'm going to fuck him up. Well, anyway, I always remember that's about 5:05 in the morning, because in them days, where the Norwich police station in the city centre is, in a big city hall clock, and that start chiming at a certain time. So I'd say it was about 5:30 in the morning, so all of a sudden the fucking door opened, and I thought it was a bit early for fucking breakfast. They wouldn't serve me breakfast in. So a superintendent come in, and whoever's in charge of the case, I can't remember now because so many years ago, he come in all in, I'd like to apologise, Gary, blah, blah, you're free to go. The person who committed the offence came down to the police station, handed himself in, because the missus went and told him the finger up, and I got no further action or anything, and he ended up getting 5 years.
Did he?
He got 5 years. I got wrong with when I was about I didn't get wrong with a certain person for these, and that's to do with bullies. And I'm 100,000,000% against bullies. This person will know I'm speaking about. A lot of people from my way will know I'm speaking about. He gives a bodybuilder, and when I was about 17, 18, I was in a local pub, and this bodybuilder come bully got arguing with a travelling lad. Anyway, the bodybuilder beat this travelling lad up, and as the man went to the floor, the bodybuilder bully kicked the man in the face. So this old boy stood up. The old boy was in his 60s, past now, a lot of years ago he passed. Oi, boy, don't hit him when he's down, blah, what's got to do it? So this bully, so I come to the next case, bash this old boy. So the bully at the time would have been about 30, and the old man the old boy was been about 60. So I said to the bully, I said I was only young, and he's a lot bigger than me, obviously, because I was only 17, he was like 30. I go, you're fucking out of order, chinning that old boy. He goes, what's got to do you? Fucking sit down, rah, rah, rah. Well, anyway, fast forward a few years now, and I'd have now been, that's before I got my big sentence, I'd have been like 34. I was in the pub, and the bully was in there, and he said something. I thought, right, fuck you, bully. You're not going to fucking cop it. So anyway, allegedly, he got smashed and got proper weighed in with a hammer. He did get a fucking good hiding. Well, as I walk out the pub, all the pub was all fucking gone hysterical and that type of thing. And my luck, that wasn't my luck at all that day. As I come out the pub, all the pub all cleared out type of thing. A woman more or less fell in the road, and a police car come past. That man now attacked man with a hammer, rah, 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 pointing me out type thing, this woman. And old Bill jumped on me type, you're under arrest for rah, rah, rah type thing, GBH or whatever it was, or attempted murder, whatever it was, the terminology they used. I was over GBH with things. I said, fuck you, I ain't going nowhere. So I climbed up the drain pipe, because I was a good climber. I climbed up the drain pipe. Now I'm sitting on the pub roof. So I ain't fucking going nowhere. So now I started fucking throwing, I was like rooftop protest. I started throwing these slates down, blah, blah. And the baby, the other two boys, my oldest boys, their mother, the police went and got her, and me and her had been split for years. They go up, finger up, and I go, what they charged me with? I'm shaking down to the ex-missus, what the ex-missus has been from a good few years ago now. They go, Gary, they're going to charge with attempted murder. So she goes, stay up there. She told me to stay up there. So I ring my solicitor up. And if my solicitor's watching this, he'd laugh. I rang my solicitor up, and that was a Sunday afternoon, this was. And I ring him up, and I go, Ian, what are you up to? And he said, I'm having my Sunday dinner. I go, well, put the telly on the fucking roof. That's on the telly.
What's it like?
I said, put the telly on the roof. Can you stay up there for 2 hours? You come have my Sunday dinner. So in the meantime, they all sealed all the road off all the town centre, off that type of thing, and the police were flying up and down there and trying to get him off the roof, and I wouldn't come off the roof. And obviously, they ain't in the best interest or the public safety for them to come up with and get me off. So basically, had to leave me up there, and in Norwich, before such things as sweatboxes, to the view as a sweatbox, it's a prison van where it's got all single cells type of thing. Years ago, the police used to use police vans, but they have a certain van in Norwich used to have no seats at all, fuck all, nothing in there. They had all of it being, it was like a hard floor or something like that. And you ever went in the back of the police van, you know you're coming out bruised, because they were going to be in there and fucking beat you. So I said, I ain't coming down to my solicitor turn up, so I ain't getting in that fucking van on my own with you lot, because you're going to do what you always fucking do, and you beat me. So the solicitor turned up, and he's fucking, they'll laugh, he's watching this. He turned up in his Hugo Boss or George Armani suits, he's a bit flash, bless him. And he's sitting on the floor of this police van, and with his nice suit on, I'm here and fucking I'm all caked in shit while I've been throwing all these fucking dude up. And they arrested me for fucking GBH and that, and on this bad bully. And the missus at the time got so many phone calls. I got remanded in custody. So many phone calls for what I'd done type of thing. He never pushed the chat. He never went ahead with it type of thing. So I got off on that one. And then fast forward, only in 3 months, I get arrested. No, I got arrested. Yeah, I'd only been out for a little while. I got arrested again for another attempted murder, where I come out of this place and everything, and I see this car pull up, and I was convinced that I see a gun, but that come to light, that wasn't a gun. So I ran back in this house, and the first time I ever done it, I always fought with my fists and everything. I thought I'd get fucking shot or something like that. So I went running down the garden path with a carving knife. I got a carving knife from the house what I just left. And this poor lad got stabbed up a few times, and the police arrested me again for attempted murder again. And he didn't push the charges. And so that's no further action. And then fast forward only a few months, got nicked again for another. This is another GBH from 10, and got convicted of it, and give me 7.5 years.
And was that your last sentence?
That was the last one. But before I don't forget, when I got my 7.5 years, when I was in Norwich prison, one of the lad who allegedly I stabbed up was in there, and black lad, he was a bit of a lump and everything. He came walking down the lane with another couple of blokes. I thought, I got to face some music. I did fucking plunge him up, trying to think, I'm not going to fucking have off with these geese now, sorry. So as he come in the cell, I kicked the door shut. Whoa, Gary, man, whoa, Gary, man. He goes, I don't want a problem with blow. I go, fucking no. I go, what was going on that night? He goes, if you wouldn't have fucking done what you've done, he goes, I turned my ignition off. I was trying to do my electric window up. So he hadn't done nothing wrong. But I see him going like this. I thought he was going to pick something up from the things. I thought that was his watch with the glint I see. I thought it was a silver gun. I kept seeing the hand going like this. I thought it was a fucking gun he'd pulling up. That wasn't. He's trying to do the electric window up. He turned the ignition off. So he hadn't done nothing wrong. And then come ready. Yeah. But getting to this case now, the witnesses, me and this, well, that wasn't the thing, believe it or not, this is, the situation was like this. We went round his house and my mate had a problem with the person who allegedly got, well, he allegedly, I can't say that because I got convicted of it. And them two started arguing. And I was talking to the girl. As me and you talking there, Ricky. Them two started arguing. Things got heated between them anyway. So this certain bloke chinned my mate. So I thought, so if I care that, so all I done, Ricky, fucking give him one cuff of the hand. Didn't punch him, and God strike me dead. I didn't punch him, you know what I mean? God being a witness there. Didn't punch him, nothing like that. And got nicked for GBH for intent. Allegedly, I knocked his teeth out. And but he never had no teeth to start with. So when this went for trial, my barrister at the time, the barrister I want was mysteriously on holiday, and he wasn't available for the trial. And I had this fucking solicitor, Rick. He was absolutely useless. He was. All he kept saying to me, he did tell the truth. He kept saying to me, he said, Gary, all I'm saying to you, he got my hands tied. All I'm saying to you is go guilty. I can't go guilty to what I've been guilty of. I said, I'll go put my hands up to an ABH stuff like that. I go, like, I'm not guilty of thing. And I kept saying to him, I want the dental report. He goes, Gary, they won't allow it. I said, well, you're not doing your job properly. I said, I want the dental report. And they won't give me his dental report because he didn't have no teeth to start with, this geezer. And I got convicted of GBH for intent. And that's why I got the 7 years.
And did he get found guilty then at trial?
Yeah, I got found guilty, Found guilty for one, because they do hold it against you, but in life, it's an old saying, you forgive a thief in life, but you can't forgive a lie, so a lie's not to be trusted. If I'd have went in that witness box, because I always got no comment, so I'm not lying to police, I'm not telling them nothing, so I'm not lying to them. So if I go in that witness box and lie, I'm going to get found guilty anyway. So I thought, fuck it, I'm not going in the witness box. So I went, stayed in dock, and they go in the witness box, and so they hold it against you anyway. They said the reason he give evidence is he's fucking guilty type of thing. They do hold it against you.
They try and say, like you've just mentioned, they say that they can't hold it against if you don't get in, but
yeah, they do.
The way they're looking at the thing,
he ain't gone in the box for a reason.
If you're innocent, you would get in.
You go in the box, And so, they found me guilty. And fast forward in all my life type of thing. All the things what I got away with, what they think I got away with, sometimes I've done them, sometimes I haven't. But that's an old saying, I should only be convicted. I should have been sentenced for what I'm convicted of. I mean, there's just gone back a little while where allegedly arson intent, I got arrested for an arson intent danger life. I was on remand again for that one. And only for 3 months, and then I went to Norwich Crown Court, not guilty on that. So there's like 3 major cases of all, like, say, 3 attempted murders and the GBH, that type of thing, arson intent danger life, for kidnap. They all warrant a life sentence. And so I was convicted of a GBH intent, what I got the 7.5 years for. And if your viewers have gone along all over the story, there's a thing, 2 stripes and out. That was available at the time. I don't know whether it's still in to this day. But going back to the scooter day in 1985, if I'd have got convicted of that scooter one, when the boy got 5 years, who's sadly dead now, if I got convicted of that in 1985, fast forward 2003, I'd have got convicted again of a GBH intent.
You would have had the 2 strikes.
Got 2 strikes, and I'd have been out. I got life sentence.
You would have been fucked,
yeah, I'd have got life sentence, and I'd